Now from My News 26, it's high school basketball. Coming to you tonight from Cadillac High School.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moments away from a national anthem here at Cadillac High School tonight, where the host Cadillac Vikings will be entertaining the Reed City Coyotes in the 2016 basketball opener. All righty. It is moments away here from our starting lineups. I'm Dan Gussert, and alongside of me tonight is Eric Richards. Welcome again, Eric.
Thank you, Dan.
Welcome, everybody, to tonight's broadcast, 26 Sports and CCTV. So, for Reed City tonight, Eric, why don't you give us these starters?
Starter number one is the number one, Jackson Price. He's a sophomore. Number 11, Zach Sayas, he's a freshman. Number 14, Karsten Koopman, who's a junior. Number 21, Cody Kyling is a sophomore. And number 24 is Philip Jones, he's also a sophomore.
A young Reed City starting team here tonight.
Really young.
Yep, coached by J.J. Eads.
Yep, J.J. Eads, yep.
Just jumping in the program down there in Reed City. And for Cadillac here, starting tonight, forward, guard, 11th grader, number 3, Cooper Benson. Senior, 6'1" forward, Hunter Ensberry, wearing number 4. Vinny Genema's a junior, wearing number 21 tonight. Tip Baker, number 42, 5'11" freshman. And Cale Mickelson, number 44, he's a 10th grader, 6'1". As you can see from what we've said here, everybody, both teams pretty young.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see how the season starts out. Going to be a lot of nerves with the young team on both sides. Whichever team comes out, I think, and has the most chutzpah, I guess would be the word, is probably going to get off to the better start and have a little more confidence going forward in the contest here.
And as we talked to both coaches ahead of time, we heard a lot of lots going to depend on how well we defend.
Yeah, they both said they both hang their hats on their defense, and they both want to control tempo with that defense. So that'll be also interesting to see. Young teams come out. Maybe they're nervous. And so their shot's not going to fall right away. So it's important. Defense is effort and desire. It's not so much a shot falling. It's defense and desire. So they're going to have to really rely on that if they start their jumpers start coming up a little short, with a little nerves on the offensive end.
All right, tip controlled by Cadillac here. Tip Baker brings the ball down the floor. Cadillac sets up in offense. Reed City playing some man-to-man D here.
Looking like a motion offense to me right now.
Little motion offense. Cooper on this side. Inside pass. Up and just short of the rim there.
It's Philip Jones with the rebound.
Okay, that's Kyling with the ball. He's handing that off to Sayez. Sayez is running their man offense. Cadillac tough man-to-man defense. That's 24. Philip Jones with the ball. He kicks it off to number 1, Jackson Price. Drives baseline, but is cut off nicely by Cadillac.
I really like the way Cadillac's defense is looking right away. As I say that, Genema gets a steal and comes down for a layup.
We got a little push early on in that. There's going to be no shot on that. First foul tonight on number 1, Jackson Price. So Tip Baker's going to inbounds it. Looks like Reed City staying man-to-man here.
Be nice to see him get an easy layup off an inbound play.
Out to Benson, out deep. He penetrates, goes to the basket. That shot is no good. It's rebounded by Phil Jones.
It's a second rebound already.
He hands it off to Sayez. Sayez penetrates, looks. Ball goes inside to Koopman, who goes to the basket and unfortunately doesn't get it to go. Cooper Benson with a rebound. Vikings look to run. Kicks it out. A little bit off on that shot right there. Mickelson just a little too long on that. Sayez setting up the Reed City offense here. Hands it off to Kyling. He's defended nicely by Genema.
I think you're seeing the nerves that I was talking about earlier. They're just trying to find a rhythm right now, trying to get comfortable with the flow of the game.
Yeah, a lot of shaky looking hands on the shots right now. Both teams playing hard defense like we expect.
Yep. Oh, he gave up the baseline there. Nice shot.
First basket of the game. Cody Kyling. Reed City's up 2-0. Benson finds deep post corner shot here, just short on that three by Mickelson. Controlled by Baker. He hands it off right there to Rensbury. Benson sets it up front, over to Baker. He looks inside, hits a cutting Genema, kicks it back out. Rensbury decides not, kicks it over to Benson. Benson's a little long on that three.
Mickelson, after missing his first 2 3-pointers, has given up 2 wide open 3-pointers in a row. I feel like he's got to keep shooting that.
Ooh,
he's wide open.
Great hustle by both teams right there. Coatman on the floor. Baker able to control that. Vikings push it down a little bit slower this time.
You don't want to keep giving up wide open shots, even if you're missing. You still got to take the wide open looks when you get them, because the way these teams are playing defense, the wide open looks are going to be a little harder to come by.
Gavin Daniels, number 33, checking in right now for the Vikings. Vinny Genema getting a breather. And here we go with Cody Kyling setting up the Reed City offense. He's defended by Baker. Kicks it inside to Price. Out top to Philip Jones. Yep. Into Koopman. And we have an offensive foul right there. He was defended nicely by Hunter Rensbury, drew that offensive push-off foul.
Looks like he dipped his shoulder just a little bit, and the ref caught him.
Yep. Second foul of the game for Reed City.
It's kind of hard to get a flow with your offense right now. Both teams are playing such good defense, and obviously the kids are all nervous. But here's a good steal by Jackson Price and a layup.
Oh. Quick 4-0 lead here. 4 minutes into the game almost. Cadillac yet to put anything in the basket.
Coach Eads got to be excited that his team's playing as well on defense and getting easy buckets off that defense.
There was a great backdoor cut by Cooper Benson. Sweet pass inside by by Mickelson, but unable to finish right there.
A lot of nerves going on right now, Dan. A lot of nerves.
Okay.
There's a good cut.
Nice pass into Coatman. Couple of nice passes right in there by Reed City. They get a nice basket. They are now had 6-0 with just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Reed City's looking like they're starting to settle in a little bit, and Cadillac's looking a little frazzled right now.
That's probably not the shot right there Coach Bensenberger wanted. Not much offensive set right there for Cadillac. Nothing wrong with that shot, but when you're down 6-0 early in the game, you want to get the kids in the flow, get the ball moving around a little bit.
Sure.
Does go out of bounds. Back to Cadillac. They're going to inbounds it here. Vinny Genema's checked back in.
If Cadillac's got a money inbounds play, I'd probably use it right now. Just to
I would agree.
Kind of easy look at the basket.
Nope. Chip Baker's in control with that ball. Kicks it out to Mickelson. He penetrates. Reed City cuts him off. That's Jones. Really nice defense right there. And Jackson Price picked him up also inside, and as a result, a little traveling call. Gavin Daniels with that travel. He's a 6'3" senior forward for the Vikings.
Cadillacs just seems to be like they're unable to get comfortable in their offense at this point. Nice spin move.
Tip Baker gets this rebound, pushes it all the way. Controls
nice
the body.
Freshman.
Oh.
Nice play by Baker.
Well, it's almost 5 minutes before the Vikings break the ice right there. Tip Baker with a nice basket right there.
Foul on Cody Kyling, his first.
It looks like Cale Mickelson checking out for the Vikings, and number 3, Cooper Benson, checking back in. I think you see that a lot of times early on in a ball game. Coaches getting kids in and out real quick, trying to get their breath going.
And I see Coach Bensenberger talking to Cale Mickelson. I'm sure he's saying something about passing of wide open looks. You got to take the wide open looks.
Yep. And Baker makes that point, cuts the lead in half, 6-3. And here comes Reed City, Cody Kyling, setting up their offense. Over to Jones. That pass is deflected out of bounds off the Vikings.
I like the freshman's intensity on defense. He made that basket. Now he's looking like he's a little more confident out there.
Trent Sturgis inbounds it to Jones. Jones back to Kyling. Backdoor cut by Price,
Nice
which
play.
is read by Cooper Benson, and here come the Vikings pushing the ball. And we have a foul right there. Cooper Benson unable to make that basket underneath. Probably not a dribble Gavin Daniels should be working to take. He's got to get that rebound and go right back up quick. Vikings do maintain control here. We have a 4th team foul by Reed City right now, and a sub coming in. Can't see a number yet. We'll get that to you in a moment here. Looks like number 5, Brandon Evans. He's the senior.
I like the Cadillacs starting to get out and run, trying to get some kind of offense going for themselves.
Ball's inbounded to Baker. He dishes it to Benson, kicks it over to Genema. Genema cuts baseline. He's cut off nicely by Reed City. Ball reverses. Baker with a 3. It does not go.
Good look, though. It was good. I like the shot. It was a good look. Just, didn't have a whole lot of luck. Went in and out on him.
Sturgis with a jump shot down on this end, and he buries the 14-footer. It's now 8-3 Reed City. Cadillac pushes it quickly. Vinny Genema goes right to the basket. Not able to control that, get that in. Noah Zardowski with the rebound there, and he's fouled on the attempt.
Coach Heat had told us pregame that Trent Sturgill was his player, the guy I looked for. The reason he didn't start tonight is because he missed practice yesterday. Otherwise, he would have started.
Yep.
He says he's probably their best and most reliable offensive player. So, not surprised at all to see him put that 18-footer down.
Yep. Noah Zardowski just misses the first one. He's the senior here in Cadillac, 6'3".
Maybe it's because of our angle, but none of these kids look like they're over 6 foot tall.
No,
they all
don't.
look like freshmen and sophomore. It's almost like we're watching a freshman or JV game.
And there is a lot of younger underclassmen out there, so it is a lot like that. And both free throws not good for Noah. Reed City's pushing the ball down the floor. Evans looks, hands it back out to Sturgis. Sturgis cuts to his right. Cut off nicely by the Vikings. He's unable to finish.
I really like the defense the Cadillac's playing right now. They're hustling. They're playing hard. They just not reaping the benefits on the other end right now.
Yep. Little turnover right there. So what do we got back in here for the Vikings? That's Hunter Ensbury checking back in. Number 15 is Noah Zardowski. He's heading for a quick drink. And Sturgis brings the ball down the floor. He's guarded by Baker.
I think Cadillac's starting to lose a little bit of composure right now. Their youth.
2 unforced errors here the last little bit.
The last 2 possessions. I think they need to settle down. Maybe you get a quick timeout just to settle them down, get them thinking with their brains and not with their feet and hands.
Evans with the dribble out front. He hands it off to Sturgis. He's looking inside. We got a traveling right there. Well, 3 turnovers in the last 3 possessions, 2 by the Vikings, 1 by Reed City. Expected with the amount of young players out on the floor. Reed City's going to pick up a little bit full court here. Sturgis has Baker.
But you can see the talent both teams have, though. They're young, but they deserve to be at the varsity level. They're good, solid players, I honestly, my opinion is they're nervous. First varsity game.
Yep. And you know what? Coaches will tell you often you see the greatest improvement from game 1 to game 2. And certainly when you have as many young players as we got out on the floor, both teams will see a lot of that as they head into Friday night action.
And Coach Bensenberger had said pregame that, he wants to see Cadillac come out, be the aggressor, knock Reed City on their heels. And he also said if it happens the other way, he wants to see how they're going to respond. So either way, he's going to get what he wants. I don't think this is exactly what he wanted, though.
Evans with the ball. He stops and pops and drains about an 8-footer on the short corner right there. Makes the score 10-3. It's stolen on inbounds by Sturgis. And we have a foul real quick right there on Tip Baker. While we get a moment here, why don't we thank our sponsors here tonight. We're able to bring you this broadcast. Cadillac Tire, thank you very much. High Point Auto GMC and Pizza Plus. Anybody out there interested in helping out with 26 Sports and CCTV and helping sponsor this, please, you can get in contact with the station at 942-4225. We really appreciate a little more help.
We got to travel on Copeman off the inbound play. Turn over to Cadillac.
Under a minute to play, 10-3 Reed City right now.
I think Coach Eads very pleased right now with the way his team's playing. They're starting to get comfortable offensively. They've been playing good defense the whole time. There was a good take by
Cooper Benson. Yeah, nice little baseline drive right there. Makes Papa Scott proud over there on the other side. Sayez with ball control. He's cut off. We got a dead ball out here, and we did get a little overzealous right there. Well, Cooper Benson, he's got to learn not to pick up that kind of a foul.
I like the denial that Cale Nicholson had to make it more difficult. I mean, Benson created the foul, but before that, there was supposed to be an easy pass, and Nicholson cut it off nicely. Good hustle.
13 seconds to go, 10-5 Reed City. Ball's inbounds to Evans. He's looking. He made a short corner jump shot from about the same spot a few minutes ago. Misses this one.
Just a bit long. Vikings running.
Mickelson looks. He sends it over to Benson. He shoots a long 3 at the buzzer.
No!
How about that?
That's a big shot for Cadillac right there. That's a big shot.
In a quarter where looked like Reed City looked like they had the better first quarter here. You get a big 3 like that, and it pretty much evens it up. End of the first quarter here, 10-8 Reed City.
Yeah. I mean, without looking at the scoreboard, I assumed it was all Reed City at this point.
Okay, so, well, kind of what we thought, Eric. A lot of young players out there. A lot of young player basketball kind of mistakes.
Nerves.
Turnovers, fouls in positions where you shouldn't be making them. Passes off the knees, you know what I mean? Shots underneath that you're probably making most of the time in practice. Typical what we kind of expected.
Just a lot of nerves. Like you said, a lot of underclassmen. First varsity game, couple freshmen out there. But I mean, all in all, they've played pretty even. They're going to start making some shots. They're going to start getting comfortable. I don't suspect this is going to be a bunch of turnovers the whole game. I mean, as they get more comfortable, they get more in a flow. Things will settle down for them.
So, before we get a chance, why don't we mention our officials out here tonight? Mark Stewart, you got Tom Post and Randy Reese. They've done a very good job for the first quarter here.